tonight. I was going to have him read from Isaiah. So since he's not down here to read, you all get to open your own Bibles and join me in Isaiah. How about that one? All right. We're going to go to Isaiah chapter 6, verses 9 and 10. All right. I got just a couple more sneaking in the back here. Y'all come on in and we're going to have a little fun here. Isaiah 6, 9 and 10. And he said, "Go and tell this people, keep on hearing, but do not understand. Keep on seeing, but do not perceive. Make the heart of this people dull, and their ears heavy, and shut their eyes, lest they see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and understand with their heart, and return and be healed." And you might say the same thing in Matthew. That's quoted in Matthew 13, 14 and 15, where Christ says, "And in them the prophecy of Isaiah is fulfilled, which says, Hearing you will hear, and shall not understand, and seeing you will see, and not perceive. For the hearts of this people have grown dull, and their ears are hard of hearing, and their eyes they have closed, lest they should see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, lest they should understand with their hearts, and turn, so that I should heal them." All right, so I'm behind. Sometimes things are right there in front of us and they ought to be real obvious, but we just don't see them. You might resemble this remark. I know I hear that from time to time from my wife. It's right there in front of you. Keep looking. So, this was prophesied by Isaiah, that folks would hear things and it would just kind of go in one ear and out the other. And then Christ quoted that, and what did his listeners do? Did they accept him and think he was a great guy? No, his listeners decided that they didn't like what he had to say at all, and they'd crucify him instead. So I guess kind of my thought for the week, we were working recently to finalize the budget for the church for this year, and it's always interesting to talk about different mission works. Do you want to send money to this country or that country or this country? And then somebody's always got to mention, well, what about things here? You always hear that. What do you think of when you think of mission work? Do you think of the guy down the road? Do you think of your neighbor? Or do you think that's just what we pay the preacher to do? Or that's just where we send money someplace and somebody else does that? So I want to encourage you. We're told in Matthew to seek first the kingdom of God. We've got to stop worrying about material things, and we need to spend more time worrying about spiritual things. What an interesting day in this nation when we're worried about an election that was decided in November, but let's panic and protest and have a fit over that, like that's going to make a difference. Don't get bogged down in those things. Let's worry about the spiritual things. John chapter 4. I'm going to leave you with one more verse. And verse 35, because I love this. Often when we're planning and thinking about what we might do spiritually, we think about, I'm going to do this in the future. This summer I'm going to do this or whatever. John 4 and verse 35, he says, "Do you not say, there are still 4 months and then comes the harvest? Behold, I say to you, lift up your eyes and look at the fields, for they are already white for harvest." Christ said, if you want to talk to somebody about salvation, look around. It's not a project for the future, but it's something we can work on day by day. So I want to encourage you to go out the rest of this week and find somebody you can talk to. Find somebody you can invite to church on Sunday. and focus on those spiritual things. Brother Sean's got a song. What's that number, Brother Sean? 519. If you want to turn there, we're gonna sing that. And if you've got a spiritual need at all, please come while we stand and sing.
We're trying. 519, when we all get to heaven. Sing
the wondrous love of Jesus, sing His mercy and His